Welcome to Pulse episode 36. Today we're going to be looking at how Starcraft did at the VGAs, various other awards it's nominated for, the GSL, a bunch of tournament news, and much more. Now before I start the rest of the news, I thought I'd just mention that there are rumors floating around that we may well be seeing a patch as early as this week. Yes, these are just rumors and there might be nothing to them, so if you want to, you can read those rumors below. If not, ignore it. The Spike TV Video Game Awards have come and gone with some big reveals and announcements made at the event. Mass Effect 3, Elder Scrolls 5 and many others. We are here to talk about Starcraft 2 though, so let's see what our baby won. Best PC Game of 2010 and Best Performance by a Human Female. That second one is for Trisha Helfer's portrayal of Sarah Kerrigan. That's pretty decent if you ask me. The games that beat Starcraft 2 in the other categories were definitely worthy victors, so there's no bad blood between us. So if you want to read more about those victories or the rest of the games that were nominated and won at the Spike TV Video Game Awards, you can find that all below. I guess it's just that time of the year. Everyone is itching to give away awards and nominations for the games that made our year as special as it was. The Gamespot Best of 2010 awards are underway and, well, what can I say? Starcraft needs your help. You better check out those nominations, get voting, get your friends voting, and keep Starcraft 2 at the top. Starcraft 2 is nominated for quite a few awards. Best Competitive Multiplayer Game, Best Use of User-Generated Content, Best Strategy Game, Best PC Game, and Game of the Year. That's a lot of nominations, so visit Gamespot.com or just check the links below to see how you can help. Okay, spoilers incoming. Watch out. If you don't want to read any spoilers, I'll put a little annotation somewhere to tell you where to skip to avoid all of them. If you don't care, then continue watching. A pretty interesting video has hit the internet in a big way. This video claims to be the ending cinematic of Starcraft 2 Heart of the Swarm. Just a quick warning though, I'm not sure how legit or legal this video is because all the videos I looked at are sort of dropping like flies right now. The ones that were uploaded to YouTube or Vimeo were removed due to copyright issues, so it might well be real. The video uses some different voice actors, it has no lip syncing, there are some temporary textures, there are even some placeholder pictures that are used in some places, but it does look like it is Starcraft 2 Heart of the Swarm. Kotaku did a bit of detective work and you can find in their post below everything they've found out about it. They did ask Blizzard to comment on it, but Blizzard just said, being their stoic self, they don't comment on rumors or speculation. I'm not going to talk about what actually happens in the video, but it does seem plausible. Heart of the Swarm is a long time off though, so a lot can still change. Either way, the whole thing was pretty newsworthy. I've added the relevant links below, so check it out if you want to. Do you remember the leaked Blizzard product schedule we had a look at a couple of weeks ago? It seems like it may or may not be linked to the resignation of Yi Wei-lung, Blizzard China's general manager. Yes indeed, once again, only rumors we're talking about here, but it seems like he may have been the one to leak it. It seems like many analysts have, well, analyzed the product schedule, broken it down, dissected it, and they've been monitoring the airwaves for any additional information. They say that the entire product schedule is definitely plausible, and that does mean that we may well be seeing Starcraft 2 Phoenix and Diablo 3 in 2011. Yes, speculation, rumors, whatever, it's still interesting and you can read it below. Last week the GSL Season 3 moved into its semi-finals, that's the round of 4, where Liquid Jinro faced off against OGS MC and TSL Rain faced off against Hongang Prime. Sadly for all the Jinro fans out there, he was absolutely destroyed by MC with a score of 4-0. Rain also took Hongang Prime down with a score of 4-2, so that means we're going to be seeing a Terran vs Protoss in the finals. That's pretty exciting. As usual, you can find everything you'd want to know about the latest rounds of the GSL below, and be sure to tune in on Saturday, yes, this coming Saturday, for the GSL Season 3 finals. In related news, GomTV has explained to everyone how the GSL will work in 2011. It seems like the system the GSL is going to be using in 2011 is a little bit different than everyone expected it to be. In short, Team Liquid tells us that there will be at least 4 spots open for foreigners that did well in non-Korean events or tournaments. That's the good news, and the bad news is that Code A is now only 32 players. So if you didn't know, the GSL Season 4 also won't be open to everyone like the first 3 seasons were. So now with 3 seasons past, they've been able to put together the proper rankings, and players will now be divided based on their previous performances. Code S is definitely starting to look a lot more valuable right now. In the group stages of the next GSL, the players will be divided into groups. Each player will play each other player in their group, and then the top 2 from each group will progress to the round of 16. As also mentioned in a previous episode, after every season, the top players from Code A will be swapping places with the bottom players from Code S. After looking at the Code S groups for next year, yes, they're already up and you can check them out below, it looks like things are definitely going to be pretty intense. All of that said, there's even more going on in the GSL right now. The Code A qualifiers are actually currently being played right now. Don't let the Code A status fool you though, because there are some really amazing players participating. So as of recording this, the second play day of the Code A qualifiers is actually already underway. Once again we have groups, and this time the top 4 from each group will be progressing through to play in the Code A. Sadly there won't be any English commentary, but if you don't mind the Korean commentators and you want to watch that free stream, then you can find that below too. In the first play day, Liquid Ret, ST Ace, Alive For You and Sync all made it through. So finally that's the end of the GSL news. I will link the latest playdays for you in the links below as well, so you can check that out too. So the top 200 playlists have been updated again, and this time you can find North America, Europe, Southeast Asia and Korea in the links below. So in some smaller news, a few interesting tournaments were announced in the past week. The Intel Challenge Super Cup is set to start next year, and there's a $1,000 prize pool with some pretty big name players invited too. The Swedish Challenger Cup is being hosted by Gosu Gamers, and well, it's for Swedish Starcraft 2 players. It's a one-day tournament and it's set to happen this Friday, the 17th of December, so check gosugamers.net out for more on that. Perhaps the biggest of the lot is the Poker Idol gamer-based Starcraft 2 tournament. It has a whopping £5,000 as a prize pool and is going to be having offline finals in London. There will be online qualifiers too. You can enter by playing Starcraft 2 or poker. The relegation tournament for the upcoming ESL Pro Series was held yesterday in Brule. The players that managed to qualify were TLO, Akis, Kara and Naruto. Linked to this, the ESL Pro Series has been changed to a group and playoff system. Lastly, Fnatic players TT1 and Phoenix managed to clean up big time at the Game Goon tournament in Mexico. Both players eased through the group stages and, as expected, faced off against each other in the finals. They were apparently the only internationally known players to attend the event, so you can read more about that below along with all the other news I just mentioned. Are you a fan of speed drawings? Are you a fan of Day 9 and Starcraft 2? Well, I've got something pretty interesting to show you. Artist Joey Judkins says he hasn't seen Sean Plott in real life, so he doesn't know what his lower body looks like. That is not a problem, he'll just make something up on the spot. So in this sketching video we see Day 9 being drawn with a rather attractive Zerg lower body, and he's apparently drinking some Terran blood. So I can't wait to see what Joey Judkins does next. You can see that entire sketch below and I gotta say it's pretty impressive. So in other Day 9 news, the legendary Starcraft guru and caster has revealed his secrets. So in an article on PCWorld.com, Sean Plott explains the step-by-step process you need to go through to create your own webcast or show. The piece offers information about screen capturing, rendering, streaming, all the hardware you need and much more. Definitely a must-read for anyone in that line of work and for anyone that wants to get into it. You can find the full piece below. In some smaller news, Gosu Gamers have a nice interview up with a currently top-ranked US player, Inflow Mini. They talk to the Protoss player about his rising in the ranks, how he constantly gets away with one gate expanding against high-level Terrans, and how Colossi are overrated. Definitely worth a read. Gosu Gamers also have a nice, incredibly in-depth profile up of the legendary Brood War player and poker star Alki. It covers every single little detail about his life after Brood Wars and contains quite a few nice video interviews from his past, so also worth checking out if you're a fan. Artosis managed to find a bit of free time in his hectic GSL schedule to sit down and talk to Idra about quite a few things. They discussed the GSL and all the contenders and anti-contenders in it, Team Liquid, Code S, the huge amount of all-ins that we're seeing at the moment, and Idra's new stream. Idra's opinion is always pretty unique and always entertaining to watch, so you can check that video out below. Artosis also has a nice new cast up of Idra vs Zenio on his YouTube channel, so that is definitely something you're going to want to check out. Lastly, relatively well-known Protoss player Bishu was picked up by Team Dignitas. They mentioned that they feel the one weakness in their team was that they didn't have a top-class Protoss player, so now they do. They say that they've been looking to fill the spot for quite some time and are incredibly happy to have Bishu on board, so good luck to those guys. In local news, we've got the Fujin IT Devastation tournament coming up this weekend. If you're from South Africa and you want to play or watch some Starcraft 2 this weekend, then you can check the links below for more information on that tournament. This past weekend we were treated with something that us South African players don't often get to see. A local player playing against the international pro. MTW Demaga was nice enough to agree to play a best of 5 series against the recent winner of the Polar Fluke Xmas tournament, Banana Llama. I won't fully detail the games here, but I will give you links to the VODs below. As a Zerg player myself, I gotta say the games were incredibly impressive and they will teach you a thing or two. As a Protoss player, on the other hand, all this will teach you is not to do the same thing 3 times in a row and the importance of blocking your ramp against Zerg. Check those games out. Big thanks to the Economist from over at Polar Fluke for setting this up, and a big thanks to Siege for helping casting the games. So that is all for today's Starcraft news. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm considering live casting some of my Starcraft 2 games that I play, so look forward to mocking me playing sometime soon. Once again, thanks to all the new subscribers, thanks to all the people that comment on the videos, and thanks to everyone that managed to watch this entire video. See you all next time, and happy Starcrafting.